Alright, so the full moon in Capricorn. So this full moon happens on June 27th at 9:52 p.m. if you're in LA. If you're not in LA, you should Google and check what time the full moon actually comes in, where you're at. So there's so much going on with this moon. Let's start with the fact that the full moon, the moon itself is feminine, right? Has a 28-day cycle. Women have a 28-day cycle. The moon rules Cancer, right? So the sun, being masculine, is going to be in Cancer, opposing the moon in Capricorn and conjuncting Saturn. So Saturn is the father, right? Saturn is masculine. It's, you know, it's reality checks, it's cold hard truth, it's karma, it's discipline, it's responsibility. And in a sense, it's like tough love in a way. Like if you think about it, yeah, okay, so if you think about Saturn, like think about Saturn worship, which is, you know, a thing, and it's been a thing for a long time. And you could look into that. But Saturn has been worshipped for a really long time. So I'm pretty sure Coca-Cola, you know, they knew what the fuck they were doing when they created Santa, you know, Santa, Saturn, there's a little bit of a resemblance there. You know, the 7th day where God rests. Like, why the fuck does he need rest anyway? But it's to worship Saturn. It's all formula. So Saturday, Saturn, right? So Santa, okay, if you think about Christmas and the way things go in that sense is, you know, if you're naughty or nice, right? Whether you get a gift or coal. So if you think about, you know, the fact that Santa leaves a gift at your door, under your tree, or whatever the fuck, if you've been good, you know, doing what you need to do, and then if you've been bad, it's like you get coal. So it's like you kind of burn yourself. You know, it's the same thing with Saturn. It's the same concept. Saturn will leave a gift at your door if you take responsibility for your shit. You know, that means handle your business. That means understand that, like, hey, we make mistakes, but there's always a way to make them right, especially during all these retrogrades. So Saturn is retrograde. Pluto, the planet of destruction, is retrograde. Fucking Mars is retrograde. So all these planets being retrograde, it's like time slows down. Yes, people are extra angry because Mars is the fucking fiery red planet that's like now closer to the Earth, and we're feeling that shit. And it's probably gonna be like a lot hotter over the next 2 months when it's retrograding and it's going back into Capricorn. So it's like Capricorn's got a lot going on, you know what I mean? But the thing is Saturn with the fucking rings around it, like Saturn can handle all this shit. You know, Saturn, like, again, Saturn it rules karma and responsibility. So Saturn is there to make sure that you're doing what you need to do the right thing. Nobody fucking knows what the hell is right or wrong except for you within your life. I don't believe in good, bad, right, wrong. I believe in polarity. So there are two sides to everything. There's matter, there's antimatter, there's fucking moon, sun, there's black, white, you know, the list goes on. So Saturn is there to make sure that you're doing what's best for yourself, you know, and you're doing things in a responsible manner. So that being said, we have the moon being your emotions. It moves the tides, right? We cry, water, tides, ocean, you know, this is Cancer. Cancer is water, it's emotions, right? So, you know, Cancer being like this nurturing, loving, you know, almost like a people-pleasing sign, and, you know, so nurturing at times it's almost overbearing and suffocating, you know. And then whereas Capricorn in its extremes can be like almost cold, cut off, and just like, you know, cold, you know, not giving a fuck. So these are polar opposite signs. And then you have the femininity of the moon just on top of Saturn, and it's like, what the fuck, you know? It's a lot of mixed up energies, you know, but at the same time, it's also, it's kind of a chance for us to do things right. You know, with Mars being retrograde in Aquarius, Aquarius is known as like the genius of the zodiac, and it's super quirky and weird in the way it does things. You know, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is like on its side. You know, it's like the fucking weirdo planet that's just like, you know, so and it just moved into Taurus, which is, it's trining the moon in Capricorn, but it's not like a really strong aspect because trines are considered a little lazy, you know. But the power in this full moon is in karma, and it's in responsibility, and it's in your emotions as well. So it's in that balance, you know, of these cycles, and it's in the balance of knowing how to channel our emotions in a constructive, productive, responsible way, but not being completely cold and cut off to the world around us and within us, especially with, again, all this retrograde shit is like, retrograde, if you think about it, it's like going backwards, right? So they say. So it's a chance to kind of go inwards. From the way I see retrograde, is it's a chance to go inside, you know, and re-examine, rethink, redo, just, you know, like redoing things that we didn't do right the first time, you know what I mean? Like maybe reevaluate your responsibilities and your values in life. I mean, even with Uranus and Taurus, it's like it creates change, you know. Uranus and Aquarius they're both revolutionary, you know, so there's really going to be a lot of changes happening, and they're kind of forceful. Like I've talked about Uranus before, and the idea of what it does is it comes in, picks up your fucking world, just shakes it up, you know, a little to the left, like, and then it drops you off a little to the left, you know, just like, all right, figure it out, you know, because this wasn't working for you. So yeah, I mean, now really is a time to tap in to your inner shit and like really re-examine, reevaluate, and like reconstruct your goals, reconstruct your, you know, ideal situation and manifest it, because that's all this shit is all just magic. It's all opportunities to manifest. All these alignments are just giving us power to draw in while we create down here. You know, we're on Earth and we're feeling all this stuff for a reason. It's a cosmic fucking war zone up there, you know, and sometimes they're at peace and sometimes they're fucking, and sometimes, you know, these planets are just bumping heads, and sometimes they're just dancing around one another, you know. So it's like, this is what they're doing, you know, and we do the same shit, you know. So if you think about it, it's really just windows of opportunity to build in certain areas of our life. Yes, depending on which house it falls in and which sign and what you have going on where in your chart, you know, yes, that makes a little bit of a difference, but as a collective, this shit affects everybody. Like we're all gonna feel Mars, you know, we're all gonna feel the retrograde. I've been feeling it. I've been dealing with people just like, and I'm aware, and like usually, yes, I walk around not angry as fuck, but like, I have a little bit of a case of road rage, you know what I mean? But like, I've been super calm in my driving because I'm like, I do not want to fucking fall on the wrong person during this fucking Mars retrograde, because that is the time when somebody's gonna come out swinging with a fucking baseball bat. Like, this would be the time, you know? Through the rest of the year, I'm fine, I don't give a shit, you know? But right now with Mars, I don't wanna test Mars retrograde, you know? So yeah, it's also time to look at, you know, what are the things that piss me off the most? What are the things that I get so angry about? And then how are you expressing your anger? You know, are you like me where you're an extrovert and you're just like, oh, fuck you and fuck this and fuck that and talking shit, you know? Or are you like an introvert where you just bubble up and then you just snap and like, you know, are you a serial killer? No, fucking, but like, yeah, you know, it's really time to look at like, am I expressing my anger constructively? Because anger, at the end of the day, anger is an asset, you know, if it's channeled properly. Sometimes like the best fucking songs and the, you know, the best movies and the best things are made with like the emotions, you know, with the anger, sadness, hurt, pain, you know, but anger is a part of the grieving process too. So if you think about it, it's like anger is good if you channel it in a fucking warrior-like mentality, like the Aries, you know, like Mars. So that's another thing that we might want to reevaluate with this retrograde sitch. What else? Oh yeah, Jupiter is going to be Jupiter is still trining Neptune. So Jupiter in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces. What does that mean? It means that there is a and Jupiter is also fucking retrograde, but it means that there's a lot of opportunities for growth in your spiritual life. You know, these are things that are happening now are destined to happen. you know, and now is really a time to expand and grow within ourselves. And I think a lot of people are waking up to this, like, I don't want to call it a movement, but yeah, you know, like waking up and really evolving and understanding that there's more to life than just this mundane physical shit, you know. And that with that trine of like Jupiter to Neptune, it's like you're really opening up right now. So, you know, there's a lot going on with this full moon. I don't even know if I even gave you guys a clear picture of like what direction to take, but like there really isn't anything specific other than handle your shit and do what you need to do in order to make sure that Saturn leaves a gift at your door and not a fucking smack in the face. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is all I got. And if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. If you don't like it, make sure you comment, let me know why. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys.